Sorry.
French accent.
Had to be done.
Mate.
Oh, we will do a French accent and get to the show. Armand is a pegging lunatic.
I mean, maybe.
He likes to have his butthole rammed by women wearing the, how you say, strap-ons.
Yeah. Eat my
Oh, Rennie nailed it. Classic Rennie. He's first today. Right on, right on, right on. I'm going to put this up on the screen so Armand can see it.
What is it?
It is the...
Is it the Armand Cole? Is that what it is?
I don't know, but I can't see Armand in the... Oh, we wanted you to be down here this time, Pally.
Armand, you have to be down there, pal.
We do power moves every week to keep you where we want you. It's all about, homie. All about.
I don't think that was the show title.
A little further. What?
That was just the doc title.
Oh, well, I thought that's what you wanted the show title to be.
Not at all.
Still don't see it.
Nice, get to
close
catch it
as I'm
live.
getting
By the
to
way,
you.
that docking episode had me dying mad funny.
Docking episode.
Well, we had an episode about docking.
Well, we mentioned it.
How far gone was
Can
I?
you make it around there and
We're here.
And
adjust
do
that
what?
camera?
And do what?
Adjust that camera?
I think so. You mean now?
No.
Of course.
Can't see Armand at all.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I wore my Team Armand shirt. We could at least get
Just
that.
a little towards him. Just
Cut the
a bit.
face off.
A little more. A little more. That's good. That's good. That ought to be good. All right, all right, all right.
Mr. Dorfman, 0.2.
Shit.
Fat drunk.
We need our card, and we need
We need a card, mate.
Hey, will you go ask Brian for my card?
Arrow, Armand.
Also, click the looks like a music button top right of the thing up there. Nope, nope, up on the screen. On the screen itself. No, on the yeah, it looks like a music. Oh, you blind fuck. Tap that. Now go bottom. See the arrows there on the bottom? Left and right. Go left arrow.
Of course, mate.
Left arrow. Your other left. God damn it. Why can't you know your left from your right? You're left-handed. How do you not know left? Okay, now hit the home button.
Home.
Thank you.
There we are. I'll stick I'll put the card in.
If you can see the hole.
Oh, you're so funny.
Yeah.
All right. British royalty.
Mm-hmm. Dippy says, I love Armand. He is so wise. Lol. That is a
Wow.
lol.
What do you mean, lol?
That mean laugh out loud, Armand.
Yeah, I know. I object to that. I'm taking that in deadly earnest.
Jay Farnsworth, I don't know.
Who was that? Who said that?
That would have been Dippy Dane. I don't know Dippy Dane.
Okay. If it's a woman, she can partake in the pegging. I got a little pegging.
What's the difference, honestly?
Pegging
Can
train.
Peg
I've
by-
got a green arrow.
What's the difference?
There's a
Armand,
big
between-
difference.
I don't believe that's true at all.
Oh, well, that's because you're a homo Brit.
Oh, that's not true either.
Yeah.
Armand, that's very.
Or is that redundant?
I would think that's.
I'm going to take my shot at the Brits today
Oh no.
and their empire.
You know we have a lot of British fans, right?
I think they think the same thing.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, as long as we keep it towards the royal Brits.
Yes, the royals.
Check one. Okay. Is Armand getting high today? No, he's not. He probably never will.
Why do we
What's up,
even
Donna?
need? Why do we
Sanch?
even need the? We got to have that
Aaron?
debate. Do we even need
Z?
the royals today? You know-
Victor said, "Are you getting high today, Armand?"
no, I'm not getting high. I'm drinking my elixir of love.
He's getting low.
His love elixir here, ladies and gentlemen. It's very.
Whoa, what happened to your old
thick
bottle? Did it get like a mold?
And no shit.
Crushed.
You got crushed?
It's tough.
What you got in there, mate? What is that concoction?
Oh God, I've got
God.
creatine, branch chain amino acids,
Rufalin.
some, greens,
GHB.
no GHP. What else do I have in there? C4.
Oh yeah, of course.
pre-workout.
Blow that
Explosive.
fucking shit up.
Yes,
that shit's
right.
not even. You can't even buy
Gunpowder.
that anymore.
You have to have a
Tabasco
license, and he
sauce.
has it.
Do you have to have a license to get C4?
I hope not.
No, I
want everybody
remember
to
they
have
took that shit off
C4.
the shelves.
For some reason, people are bandying about that you're for gun control. How did that? How did
Yeah,
that
Eric is
rumor
for taking
originate?
people's
We
guns
need
away.
dad hats. They say
Dad hats, why?
that's just what they say.
A what? Dad hat?
Probably for the store.
Yeah, for the store.
You can put dad hats on there. Anybody want them? We'll put some
Should
dad
put hashtag docking on an Amon shirt. I don't know.
hats.
That's
Ooh, we need to put
okay.
hashtag docking.
Docking or pegging.
What a great
Docking
life,
and
guys.
pegging.
Get high, talk nonsense, get educated. Absolutely, Jay Farnsworth. All while us morons watch.
Hashtag surreal.
You're not morons. I think you guys are
Hashtag
smarter than
pagan.
Eric and Everett. I know that. Just from your
Hashtag
comments.
Royal.
See, I'm on an event arm wrestle real quick
Hashtag
while
lizard.
gay
missed-
British
you missed
Eric
Ocho Man.
commentates. I'll take it instead of C4.
You missed Ocho Man.
Hey, I was busy, mate. I have responsibilities and things to do.
What were you doing? What is this grand project?
What are you talking about?
Well, what were you doing yesterday
Oh,
that you couldn't partake in the show?
my daily duties and other duties for my job.
He's making shit up. He just doesn't want to do it. He could literally do it. He just doesn't want to do it.
Really? Is that what you think?
Well, we were
That's
talking-
Is that
I
what
know.
you think?
That's what I know.
Don't perpetuate false lies like that, mate.
You totally
Come on,
could.
get it together.
We were, as a matter of fact, discussing
You motherfuckers talked
making
about me.
money. No, just
on
making
the
money
show.
for doing nothing.
Who?
I brought up the writers.
Oh, okay,
And,
right.
I don't think your name, but he talks about he's been. I asked, who do you think does the most work in this clinic in this office?
Sure.
He nominated himself.
I did not. Ocho
Okay.
Man did.
No, you did.
No,
I'm
I didn't.
inclined to
I
agree.
sincerely did not. Why don't you check the tapes?
Check the tape.
You shut your mouth, Armand. So you're fired.
But you agreed,
Rehired.
You agreed with him.
Pay cut. Well, I didn't. Why am I going to disagree on something that's pretty close to true?
I mean, yeah. Though.
Hey, Donna. Hashtag docking.
Throw some THC
So,
in there, pussy.
Farnsworth here
AJ.
wants to see me and Armand arm wrestle while
Well-
gay British Eric commentates.
Well, I mean, if you guys are gonna do it, I will commentate it.
We don't.
No, we don't need to do
We
that.
don't arm wrestle.
We do, Armand. You don't.
I don't. I'm not. I wrestle though. I mean, a wrestling match that's different.
Isn't a lie in itself.
How long have we been
false?
on here?
Building a turbo bong. Oh, nice.
Turbo Bong.
I don't know. Do the listeners know that I have a wrestling mat here in the office?
Oh, they know.
We've told them before, mate.
They
I don't
brought
think
it
we've
up.
ever took that out there and.
They were
showed
talking
them.
about it the other day in the Discord during the Ocho Man show that I streamed live on Discord. I'm thinking about doing today.
Do it. Stream it live in Discord, mate. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
fuck 'em.
Fuck it.
Nah,
Did you hear the Ocho Man show yesterday? Eric?
Cults, conspiracies, crime, and docking. I heard the end of it, mate. I was saying I got back down to my
yes,
desk
it was rather heated,
right at the
as
end.
always.
Oh, was it?
Oh yeah.
I
Well, we
recall.
discussed politics.
Oh yeah, they were on some politics.
What did you guys discuss on politics?
Oh God. Well, what did we? Social Security, I guess.
Social Security. And
Yeah,
then.
and Mr. Non-committal over here didn't. I don't care.
Like, who gives a fuck? Is it that kind of show to talk about Social Security? I mean,
We talk
good
about
Lord.
everything. You're supposed to take a side.
It's a
on every
happy time
issue.
hour, not fucking. Let's take a side on the issues.
Is taking a side on the issues is the name of the show, I thought.
No, you're wrong.
No, it isn't. It's
Are you sure?
deferring.
Rebecca Kelly wants us to move on from the docking. What would you rather us go to?
Yeah.
Cleveland Steamers.
What's that?
Oh, you're not familiar? Oh man, you'd be into that. It's where
No, let's not.
one partner
Let's
takes a
not
poop
and
on the
say
chest
we
of the
did.
other partner.
That's a Cleveland steamer.
Cleveland
I wonder how
steamer.
that originated.
You've never
I'd
been
like
to
to know the
Cleveland.
origin of these terms.
People
Oh.
pooping on other people.
All right, Danielle, you're about ready to get banned from chat saying some shit like Ocho Man sucks.
You're all right. That's all right with me.
Well, Armand's all aboard.
What about what's the Dirty Sanchez?
That's where you take your dick out after doing them in the butt and wipe it on their upper lip.
What
Give them
show
a
is this?
Mexican mustache. Yeah, why are we talking about this?
It's just odd to me that these things have names.
Rusty
that's
hook,
all.
motherfuckers.
Rusty trombone.
Rusty
That's
trombone.
That's
what's that?
basically an ass to mouth type of
That's
thing.
what Farnsworth just said in the chat.
Rusty trombone.
Oh.
That's yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Hey, James Williams, it was the only way I could fucking remember what we were going to do the show about. I was super high.
It is a reference to Lord, who I just learned about the other day. I mean, I
Are
heard
you
of
sure
Lord,
it ain't
but
Lordy?
I'm pretty sure it's Lord.
I'm
isn't it?
not sure about anything.
I'm not calling this person Lordy.
I don't know if it's with an E or not. I mean, the E's there, but is it silent? Who knows?
What's lit? What's lit, Danielle?
Lit is lit.
And what is it?
It means on fire.
I mean, shit's when you're lit, you're getting lit. Means you're getting high. You're getting
Oh.
having a good time. The shit,
Oh,
Everything is
well,
getting
she
lit,
says
you know,
I
it's-
take lit, not not get lit.
Oh, that's literature. I'm surprised the man of your intelligence doesn't know
Danielle?
what literature
like
is.
the class literature.
Oh,
Lit.
well, good.
No, she's talking about a pre-workout, Armand. Get your
Well,
shit
that's what I'm
together.
saying. I assume it has some sort of pre-workout. That's like the trade name for something.
I would imagine that's
I
a
never
brand
traded it.
name.
Armand, we're going to turn off TV because you're just going to pay attention to the chat all day.
Oh
today
my
again.
word.
Well, I like
Thank
to hear
you,
what
Kevin.
everybody has to say. It's more interesting than you two.
No, you're wrong.
Jessica's here.
Yes.
Rebecca's
Team
here.
Everett.
I got a job for you, Armand.
Yeah.
Will you run to the printer real quick and pick up these sheets?
Armand, we need 3 of them. 3 sheets from the printer. Can you hear me?
Oh my God, this show can't get over quick enough.
Victor Sanchez says, the fuck?
Because of the Dirty Sanchez.
Oh, right. Oh. Yes.
The Jewish sex call with Armand. I don't know, man. I made that available one time for download. I'll do it again.
The call? We should get somebody to animate it and put it on a YouTube channel.
Oh, I wish. I wanted to get Joseph to do it out there, but that takes a lot of time.
Does it take a lot of time?
Yeah. Hey, where's that fucking plug at? Real quick. Find me that plug.
What plug are you talking about? We could have it playing for Armand on when he gets back. It'll be beautiful. What are you talking about?
What's this?
I don't know what this is, mate. Some people's kids, you know.
Hold on, I need to get back here real quick. We're on the other side real quick. Important business.
Important business, Armand.
Pardon me, sir. I need to go over here.
Can you hear me, good doctor? Oh, that one, eh?
Which sheets? There's 4 pages.
Yes, Armand. That's the number that comes after 3.
They're not numbered, though.
Well, they're in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you just count them.
They are in order.
I believe you fucked up, eh?
What?
You need a longer aux cord.
I'm good. For now. Turn up the phone.
Aux cord rhymes with Oxford.
Okay, good.
Oxford? Get it? No. Nothing?
No. Let's see. I'm going to connect to that server real quick. Give me a moment.
There are no servers. Only Zool. Maddie, I think he's looking for it. I think he may play it.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Not fake global warming. I live in Australia, and I can confirm that all these fires were started by lightning strikes and
arson.
arsonists.
Absolutely.
Not fake global warming.
Correct. Who was that?
That was Jay Farnsworth.
Send him a shirt.
Armand, you're gonna have to pay $22.50 for one, and
all
then
right. Well, then I just send my thanks.
My
That's
lord.
beautifully
It's a deal.
said.
Eric, please do the German Shepherd. I don't. Oh,
What's that? Is that another sex move?
yeah,
German Shepherd?
yeah,
The fuck can't I hear anything here? Oh, because I'm casting.
That doggy? What is
yeah.
that? Oh. Who are you, Gary Cooper?
Oh,
Why ain't this
What's he
fucking
doing?
working? I
yeah,
don't know. I'm just working on some stuff. Give me a minute. We'll start the show here in just a minute.
He's grinning as if I'm supposed to
yeah.
glean some sort of humor.
He's doing that fucking dog thing again. Don't
Yeah,
worry
what
about
is that?
I don't know. It's retarded.
Hey, we don't
I can
use,
say
we don't
that.
use that word.
Why is this not fucking working?
Yeah. Everett, I feel you may face social backlash for that.
Hey, any of you guys,
Dope setup, mate. It's
any
not
of our
bad.
Canadian listeners, who's that guy that used to play for, or was the coach of the Bruins? He's on radio. He does a podcast. He just got kicked off for being politically incorrect.
Unmute the phone. No clue, dude.
What are you talking
Unmute
about?
the phone.
Unmute the phone. The phone is not on mute at the current moment, mate.
There.
What is this? Is this a
Turn
voicemail?
it down a little. Yeah, this is a voicemail.
Hello?
Hey, knock it off.
This is a request from a listener. She loves you and loves this call.
Betty Grovenstein.
Turn it up a little.
Feeling horny?
Do we have to listen
Eric,
to the
up a
whole
little.
thing?
I just need to talk dirty.
We don't have to. We want
My
to.
large Jewish body needs some loving.
Oh,
So
Betty
How do you
Grovenstein.
look like?
You know Betty Grovenstein?
Turn it up a
Betty
little.
Grovenstein.
Betty Grovenstein? Do I
Yes.
know you?
Yes. So how big are your genitals?
Here we go.
Reasonably big, yeah.
I'm sizzling like a latke right off the pan.
You know
Sizzling
who
like
I
a
am?
what?
Oh, yeah.
How did you get my number?
I'm all hot and sweaty like a gefilte fish. Are you touching yourself?
Are you touching yourself,
no, I'm
Armand?
driving, actually. I'm on Ventura Boulevard in L.A.
Ah. Are you feeling horny?
No, this is on me, pal.
Yeah, right now I am, yeah. I wasn't a minute ago, but now,
Do
Oh,
you miss the taste of a woman?
yes, I do, yeah.
So what do you want me to do to you?
I don't know, what do you look like?
So how big are your genitals?
Oh, I don't know, in centimeters or what?
Wow.
I'm all
Of
clean
course,
shaven
in
like a
centimeters.
13-year-old boy at his bar mitzvah.
People go over the metric system.
oh my
Most
word.
don't.
Yeah,
Armand's mind was like, she's Jewish.
I'm all
something.
dripping
Does
like
she-
a Hanukkah candle.
She has to go metric system. Did she want to know your penis size by millimeters,
Jewish.
Armand?
Yes.
ah.
Cubits,
Well,
eh?
good.
So what,
I
like
like Jewish
0.1?
women.
My large Jewish body needs some lovin'.
Oh, yeah? Where do you live?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling from the Jewish sex hotline?
Oh, you are?
Yes.
We're starting in just a minute, Armand.
The question on
interesting.
everyone's mind is the Passion of the Christ anti-Semitic?
It's a good question.
What do you think, Armand?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it probably would be. Yeah, I consider it that, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My
It's been a while
vagina?
since I've seen it.
What about
I'm
it?
all clean-shaven like a 13-year-old boy at his bar mitzvah.
You don't
Oh,
say.
good. Yeah,
Good.
that's nice.
Ooh, I just queefed like a big Jewish giraffe.
Okay, mate. I think we jumped the
Well,
shark
how would
now.
you describe yourself?
Uh-oh.
I'm really
Why is that?
32, but let's just say I'm, 17.
17.
17. I'm a double D, huge, big breast, brown nipples.
Brown.
I'm about 5'2", 195 pounds, a Hebrew nose, and brown curly
195.
hair.
Okay.
A big Hebrew
My
nose.
large Jewish body needs some lovin'.
Well, sorry. If you were in L.A., that might be doable.
Of course, because
Why
he's
are
on
you gay?
Ventura.
No, I'm just not in the same
What are you,
area,
gay?
I don't think.
Stop being a limp dick.
Well, okay.
Betty Grovenstein was all over you. So how was
okay.
she?
Well, go ahead.
So what do you want me to do
And the
to
German
you?
Shepherd again.
Yeah?
Well,
Aren't you guys hot?
I hadn't considered
No,
this.
man, I
Right
feel good.
now, I could, have you lick me up and down. That'd be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Start at the feet and move up and down.
Bye, cutie.
Okay, so
She said that'll be enough of that, you dirty bastard.
That's where I said that'll be enough of that, dude. I wasn't going to help Armand get hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Betty Grovenstein, you know.
Couldn't steer.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah, hold on. Armand got this shit all fucked up here.
Armand, it was a simple task of grabbing the
What's page 2
Let's
here?
get to work here.
papers.
There's 3.
People
Okay.
don't want to hear that. Who requested that? Hey, that's good coming from you, gun grabber.
Gun grabber, I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about, man. I don't
you're
want
an
your
Englishman.
guns.
You want gun control, right?
I don't want your guns. You can keep them.
Well, why
Just
did that
don't shoot me.
discussion commence on the?
God knows, man. A lot of shit happens on the Discord. Nobody really knows why a lot of that stuff goes down.
I don't want anyone's guns. Do people think I want their guns? Is that what
Yeah,
people think?
That was a debate.
I really don't want anyone's guns because then they would be stolen.
You're pro gun control.
No, I'm not.
Record when you're ready and
Hold
fire up.
on. Are you fucking kidding me, May? I don't give a.
Please, for the love of God, stop that. Stop
it.
that fucking voice.
That's the whole show.
You had to.
That's not the right one.
Yeah, please.
Only took me 2 times. Armand was here 4.
You're listening to
Oh,
Surreal Talk,
yeah.
a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal.
Live from Ventura Boulevard. Surreal Talk.
Something's not right, man. Something's not right. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
And Armand.
This crazy shit could be completely possible.
Not yet.
Disclaimer: we reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. That's very true. There.
True.
You think you know the whole story? Think again.
Now your hosts, Eric and Everett.
And Armand.
And Armand.
Et moi.
Welcome to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal. This has been a lineupmedia.fm production, but it hasn't been one because it is one.
I was
And
going to say,
we
thanks for
are
joining us,
back.
everybody. We're done.
I fucked it up. It's not my norm to do it in the accent, so it kind of was like Ben. Anyway,
I apologize ahead of time.
How are you?
If he does this accent the whole show.
Oh yeah.
It's not my
Nobody's
fault.
going to listen to this.
Armand, people will listen.
People hate it, dude. People in the chat are just really pissed about this.
Yeah. Why don't we have a vote?
Ooh, there's a vote.
Yeah.
Put a
I
poll up
vote
on
no.
Twitter, Armand, and then we'll take the results live, and then I'll stop if it's the poll says so. So yeah. Anyway, we are back.
Fuck Twitter.
Hi,
What
Nathan.
are we talking about today, guys?
Nothing if
Why
you
don't
keep that up.
yeah,
Jesus.
Why don't you? Yeah. Well, let's listen to my.
I don't think this is gonna be a problem.
That's already a problem. I can't concentrate. I can't keep
rather
up.
annoying, isn't it?
Well,
Very.
start us out then.
Nope, you stop or I'm not starting nothing. That's it.
Don't ruin the fun, mate.
The fun's ruined. You've ruined the fun. You've ruined everything. All right, we're talking about today. The title of the show, Eric made it up. For some song is "We'll Never Be Royals."
It's not. It's not at all.
I don't know why
That's
it's a
from a
stupid
song?
title. Yeah, it's from a song.
So I could remember what we were talking about.
For fuck's sake, stop.
All right, what are we talking about?
No, stop. We're not doing anything until you stop that fucking accent. That's it. There's a rule now. No more fucking accent. It's horrible. Anyway. Okay, good. No, he's not going to talk, so that's fine.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's get it all.
Anyway, we're
let's
talking
start.
about British royal conspiracies and scandals throughout the ages, right? With all the shit going down with Harry and Kate Middleton leaving the country.
Yeah. Are they going to work at Burger King?
Are you going to shit yourself over there?
He's turning purple.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And in Louis C.K. Ian's sense, you're a fag.
No.
And please stop.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Stop.
You are intolerant.
Anyway, I am not intolerant of shit.
Yes, we are.
This is going to be a fun one. I can already tell already. Let's just hop right into it, man. The fucking royals, they're supposed to be perfect people, right? They're royalty. They can't be,
Hardly.
that's what they'd like you to believe. That's what they'd like you to believe.
Right. They profess to be.
So we figured with the recent outing, or not really outing, the leaving of the monarchy of little fucking Harry, Prince Harry.
Well, I haven't really been following it. Explain that. I think they want to spend more time in North America, or are they kind of abandoning their royal duties?
Nobody really knows exactly why this is happening. A lot of people say it's Kate Middleton's fault. She has trouble with the royal family herself. You know what I mean?
The media is
She's not leaving, though.
Not Kate Middleton, sorry.
The other one.
What's her name?
Meghan Markle.
Yeah. Well, the damn American.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right,
That's what you
Meghan.
get when you marry an American.
I put the wrong name down in my notes. That's why it fucked with me. Everett hates gay Brits. I do. I hate this one. If Eric is a gay Brit, I do hate him. If every one of them is him.
I like bum. That's funny.
All right.
Okay. Anyway.
So they did get an offer, though, to work at Burger King. Did you see that?
Did they?
Yeah.
Think
Burger
they'll take
King
it?
offered to
Somehow they
give him a
claim
job.
they're trying. One of the things they want to do is become financially independent.
Good luck.
Well, he
What
should partner
skills does
with
that
them, then.
idiot have?
What?
He was in the Navy, Armand.
What skills does that idiot have?
You have
He's
to do
ginger, so
something.
he's soulless.
You have to do something in the Navy. You can't just fucking not do anything.
Well, she's the one.
They
She was
don't
an
let you get-
actress, right? Isn't that? She's the one that's probably going to make the living. Who's going to hire
What's
him?
she in though? She's not in anything.
Anybody's gonna
What
hire
was the
him.
series she was in?
Everybody would hire him. If he wanted to work here, he'd work here. Right or wrong.
He's gonna come over
Just as
here.
long as he doesn't do any writing.
He's gonna eat up our Social Security like
Right,
all these other
exactly.
illegals.
Yeah, why don't we make him a refugee?
Is that what you think they're?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's a good point too. Jake Farnsworth in the chat. He doesn't want her to get murdered like his mom did.
Ooh,
We'll get to that.
God damn.
You can work at Burger, but did you see that they're making $160,000 a year working at In-N-Out Burger in California?
What?
A manager?
Damn.
A manager at In-N-Out Burger makes $160,000 a year.
Damn.
I'd drop the accent for that.
bet you
and
would.
drop my jaw.
Whew, 160K. That's fucking amazing.
And now Taco Bell's going to pay their managers $100,000.
Man, we're in the wrong business.
I know. I think
Fuck podcasting.
Bring on the free refried beans.
I thought we were doing good at $8 an hour doing podcasting, but
No kidding.
I mean, geez.
And I bet they get benefits too.
I mean, we only get it for the first hour, but whatever.
But yeah, so they had to have a big
We had
meeting.
this discussion yesterday.
The Queen called a meeting. You know, like a royal.
Right.
fucking-
She gave them their
What happened?
their blessing to leave the.
Well, yeah, they were, it was a
they're
discussion.
doing it anyway.
Yeah, they were doing it anyway, basically. But she, she had for face, had to save face and say that she was supporting it. You know what I mean? But apparently, she's a royal bitch. Ah, get it?
Well, she's 90. How old is she? 93?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and she believes in the
mean,
crown.
come
You know what I
on.
mean? She's got 1,000 years of tradition. She's backing
She
up.
can get a little crotchety, and even Prince Philip, he's like 96. I think did they finally take his driver's
How old is
license
he?
away from him?
He's pretty old, ain't he?
He's still
Prince-
driving around. They had to take his driver's license.
Let's
He's
see.
still driving around.
Yeah.
He's 98 fucking years old.
98.
He looks good.
Yeah, he got those Mountbatten. He does
He looks
for
like
98.
a goddamn corpse.
He looks
What
like
do
a
you
ghoul.
mean?
He looks like a ghoul.
The guy
That's
literally
just-
looks like a
all
demon.
British guys look like ghouls. Are you kidding?
No, you got me there.
He's got bad teeth. They all have terrible teeth.
You can tell that him, his son, and the next generation
they're
down.
ugly people.
They like
Charles is the ugliest bastard.
he's up there, but his son's giving him a run for his money. What's the balding one? The older of the two brothers.
Oh, William.
Yeah, the one that's in
William.
line to be king, right?
Holy cow! Is he not the ugliest guy you ever seen in your life?
He looks like a little.
William?
He looks
He's
like a
not
young
that
king.
ugly. Not as ugly as Charles.
Oh man, give him
Charles
a few
is
years.
bad.
Yeah,
Maybe when he was
looks
younger,
like the
he was
Mad Max guy.
when he was a little younger, he might have been considered half dashing.
Who? Charles?
William.
Oh, William. Yeah, he wasn't that bad. He got some of Diana's. She was a pretty woman.
Yes,
Well,
no.
But you don't marry
Yeah,
commoners. Like Elizabeth Woodville. That was a bad one. That was Edward IV married her. That didn't turn out well. You're not supposed to marry commoners.
But well, you
Do
know,
you guys
like,
have this in the notes? I don't need
Yes,
these
sir.
notes,
Yes.
by the way.
Well, why don't you?
I do about these current royals because I don't know anything about these idiots. But I know the old, Henry VIII. If you want,
Henry
Henry VIII
VIII
is an interesting fellow. What do you got on him?
kidding. What do you want to know?
Well, he killed two of his wives.
That's right. Well,
He had 6 wives.
I'll give you the hint on how to remember. It's divorced, beheaded, died.
Divorced or annulled, however you want to look at it.
No,
the first one.
divorced. Divorced.
Well, he was technically annulled. He had to have a.
That was a divorce. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. So
Yeah, she outlived him that last one. Anne Boleyn, he chopped her head off.
Well, Anne of Cleves first.
Yeah.
That was Mary's mother. Okay,
Right.
He
Well,
divorced
she had
her.
it coming though. No,
She was getting ugly.
She had it coming.
Oh
in there,
yeah,
chopped
well, Anne of
it up.
Cleves, yeah. And then Anne Boleyn, yeah. Now what they accused her of was like they killed her and her brother, because they accused her of incest and wizardry. Although it can't be
wizardry.
witchcraft,
Witchcraft, yeah.
of course, all kinds of stuff. And they cut her head off. That was Queen Elizabeth's mother, Jane Seymour, who was his
The first Queen
favorite.
Elizabeth, not the current Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah,
right?
Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, she's not quite that old.
Not that old. So
Almost. Then Queen Mary, Edward VI's mother, Jane Seymour, who we really loved, she died right after
Dr. Quinn?
childbirth.
no, not Jane Seymour. The Dr. Quinn.
Not that Jane Seymour, a different one. And then Catherine Howard cut her head off. She no, wait a minute. Divorced? No, Anne of Cleves was next. Anne of Cleves. That was an interesting thing. Apparently, he sent Hans Holbein, the court painter. You
No,
could tell
I
him, get
don't
married
know.
again, get married again. So they sent Hans Holbein to Germany, which wasn't Germany at the time, and he painted this portrait of Anne of Cleves, made her look like she was a really hot piece of ass. Well, when he saw her, she wasn't so great looking. In fact, he called her his Flanders mare.
Did he
She
kill
looked like
the
a horse? Yeah, she kind of looked like a horse.
Did he kill the painter too?
No, he didn't kill the painter, but he killed Thomas Cromwell, who arranged the whole thing. Said, yeah,
That's what you get.
killed him. Yeah.
Not the painter.
So then he never even banged Anne of Cleves. They just spent their wedding night playing cards, and apparently she took him for quite a bit of money.
Really?
Yeah, she's a good card player. But he liked her. So he set her up he said, "What do you want to take a divorce? Because I got to get rid of you. You're too ugly.
I just can't handle your
Yeah,
face.
You're too equine." Yeah. So she said, "Yeah, well, give me a castle." And I think one of his the guy that went to go fetch her for the king, she kind of fell for him. He said, I'd like my own assistant. Make it him. Okay. And for the rest of his life, she was kind of like his sister, And when he married Catherine Howard, the next one.
She come to the wedding.
Yeah, she came. Yeah, she was around. Yeah, she gave him some advice.
And he didn't kill her.
No, not well. Catherine Howard, he did because he caught her screwing around with Thomas Culpeper. Both of them got killed.
Right.
And then the last one was Shrewish Catherine.
Every time you respond to him when he was doing that, you're
Parr.
emboldening him.
Yeah, Catherine Parr was the last wife. She outlived him, and apparently you guys are probably not you, but you might. Anybody with a wife who's a nag probably can. Catherine Parr just
I'm divorced, Armand. I did
Yeah.
have one.
right. Well, he should have cut her head off.
He put the nag out the pasture.
But anyway, yeah, she was like, she kind of had this thing
Trashed
about, hey,
herself out.
you're a fat bastard. Stop eating all the chicken legs, and you got gout. And it might be, time to lose couple hundred pounds. And
Gout doesn't even sound like it,
Yeah.
something that it's like.
oh, very painful, very
Oof.
painful. Yeah. So she actually tried to keep him alive, but he was always sneaking drumsticks into the, and
Drumsticks are good.
he's putting them in his pants and shit. Yeah.
We're not talking about the ice cream jump sticks.
And
Yeah,
so he
no, I
died.
know, I
He
like-
dropped dead.
Those are good too, though.
But she did get him back together because he was going to cut Mary and Elizabeth out. I mean, she kind of got him. She was friends with both of them, and she kind of convinced him, hey, those are your daughters, so bring them
Right.
back. Now, he had no idea because Edward, he had a son, and Edward VI did rise to king when he died, but he was a kind of a sickly kid, and I think, well, he wasn't sickly, but at 15, I don't know what killed him, but he died obviously young at 15, and then we had a crisis. Who's going to be the king? And it wasn't. So actually, Lady Jane Grey, who was Henry VII's granddaughter,
This motherfucker knows his royalty. doesn't
through Henry VIII's sister's
he? Team Armand.
daughter.
Ask him Diana's title. Wait, what now?
It was Lady Jane Grey, queen for 9 days. And then they threw her out, got her in the tower, because Queen Mary, Bloody Mary, Mary Tudor took over. And
Why'd they throw her out?
Well, because they contested her right to be the queen.
Why did
Like
they
I said,
contest
she
Because they wanted to
she
throw
was
themselves.
Henry VIII's sister's daughter.
Was she in the line of succession? Was she next in line?
Well, that was the question.
Well, there
Was she
wasn't
or
an
not?
official line of succession back
right.
then?
Well, usually it was.
She's ever stronger gets succession, basically.
Kind of, you know, but
Because they'll kill you,
but
and then you're no
basically
longer in the
wanted
line.
a
And then,
male
they're,
heir.
and then they're like, hey,
Yeah.
it's me again.
There's an opening for king. Yes, I'll take it. Did you ever hear that?
Oh, you need a king.
Speaking of Queen Elizabeth I, Henry VIII's daughter,
Right.
have you heard the rumor that she was a man?
Which one? Who?
Elizabeth I.
Oh no, that's not true.
Well, here's how the theory goes.
Now they also had said that Anne Boleyn had 3 tits and 6 fingers on one hand.
I can confirm the 6
She
fingers.
had 2, but she actually had 6. She actually had
I can confirm
6
the 3 tits.
fingernails.
Cool.
She had an extra fingernail, and she had like an ugly mole on her neck.
Yeah, you'll have
So
that.
it was not a nipple. Okay.
But the story goes, Elizabeth
actually
Tudor,
was.
the daughter of King Henry VIII,
right.
was sent to a small village to avoid the plague. Supposedly she
Common.
died while there, and the governess was afraid to tell the king, who was known for killing his wives, that his daughter had fallen asleep and had died, and she'd failed to keep her safe.
I've never heard that legend.
So instead of fessing up, they tried to find a girl her age to take the place. They weren't able to do that, so they found a small farm boy named Neville to be the
Farm boy.
decoy. The plan worked, and the child swap explains why the Virgin Queen never married, according to...
now now I've done some reading on that. I've read a couple books about her, and I'm not sure she was a virgin.
Oh, Armand's
think
thinking a little diddle diddle.
Robert
Cat and the
Dudley,
fiddle.
Earl of Leicester, banged her, and so did Robert Devereux, Earl
There's
of
no
Essex.
proof of that.
Hey, you do what you got to do as an earl, you know?
They got him. Yeah, I think they got her.
But yeah,
I think they popped her cherry.
of all people to believe in the whole Queen Elizabeth,
That's a good one. I like
Queen
that.
Elizabeth was a man thing,
Yeah.
was Bram Stoker. Did you know he wrote 4 nonfiction books? One of them was titled Famous Imposters. It was basically a conspiracy theory book where he had detailed famous imposters.
Let's get him on the show.
Bram, he's a little dead. He died, what, early
Hey,
1900s?
and by the way, he is not the guy the vampire, spelled Vampyr,
Vampire, yeah.
was written by Mary Shelley's buddy and the guy that was with Mary Shelley and Lord
Jack
Byron.
Mayhofer.
No, his name was. Man, keep going. I'll think
Alex
of it.
Weinhofer.
I'll think of it. But he wrote the I wrote it. It was called The Vampire. It's like 80 pages. It's actually better than Dracula.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that Prince Charles is a vampire.
Boy, he looks like one.
Well-
you talk about a ghoulish-looking guy.
He is related to Vlad the Impaler.
He is genetically.
On which side? By the Mountbattens? It's not Queen Elizabeth, right?
I don't know, man. I didn't actually look at the family tree myself. here.
But when we did you can go back and look at or listen to the Princess Diana episode,
hold it.
and we completely go over the lineage.
The guy's name's Polydori.
Polydor.
That was the guy that wrote The Vampire.
Well,
It's
he-
actually a pretty good book.
He also has Porphyria.
Oh, yeah, Porphyria, sure. Mhm.
Which Vlad the Impaler also had.
Oh, wow. He's got the little dimple. The Porphyria shows up in your skin.
Yeah, he's also sensitive to sunlight. It's a blood disease.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
part
another
of it,
people
yeah.
could
The vampire
tie that in
thing.
with vampirism. So
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler was like supposed to be the original vampire.
right. Well, he
was
also
good.
owns a
I
home
like
in
that. He
Transylvania.
killed a bunch of Turks.
Yeah, from Transylvania. He
Yeah,
did.
He put their heads on
He impaled the
spikes.
Turks.
Yeah.
No, they sat on him.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he had the spike and then sat him on their ass. Right through the old
Holy
bunghole.
fucking hell!
Yeah, he skewered them through their bungholes.
In their arses.
That's where he impaled them. Yep.
Jesus.
Pegging. He pegged
Hey,
them.
Danielle, you know you can fuck off if you think we're idiots. That's fine too.
Danielle, what? Danielle's on my
She's
team.
she's on your team. She's calling us buffoons.
Well, she's right.
Well, I don't fucking care to
can't
hear it, to be
quibble
honest
with
with you.
She's just sick of his stupid accent.
I'm sick of it too, but I'm
Yeah.
not calling him a buffoon over it. Just an asshole.
Okay.
It's a little personal there. Anyway,
How's it going, guys? I've
like
been a friend
Danielle.
for a while.
I do too. At least I thought I did.
I dropped my pants for $150. What?
Yeah, sometimes
Who
you
wants
gotta
to
stay.
drop his
You gotta stay
pants?
out of the. You gotta stay out of the chat sometimes.
Yeah,
I want
all
to see
right.
some
I'm
shit.
getting
It
diverted.
took me a
All
while
right,
to
so
learn that, Armand.
anything else we're talking about?
So how about King Richard III? You familiar with him?
Sure. Richard III. Absolutely.
The Lionheart, right?
No, that was Richard I.
Richard first. Either which way.
Richard III was the crookback. He was the hunchback.
That's right. He had the fucking spinal.
Horse.
problem.
Yeah, that's not
was also
true
a
either.
crusader.
They found him in a parking lot. They finally found
Yes.
his body. Remember a few years
Which is
ago?
what I'm going to talk about
Oh,
here.
okay. See, I
So
don't need
they,
these stupid
car
notes.
park. They call him the car park king.
Well, now they do. Yeah, park and
Right.
eat. Yeah.
That's what they call him now, the car park king. He was king for about 10 years. Only spent about 7 months of time actually in country. Did you know that?
Where would he have been? Really?
France.
Crusading.
Well, yeah.
Took a lot of
He was
I know
doing
Richard I
kingly
was
things.
fighting. You sure about that, Richard III?
Richard III.
Because he was.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna have to go through my notes here again. Maybe I
don't know,
fucked it
I don't
up.
think so.
Hold on.
Because he was fighting the wars.
I'm doing
of the
this from
Roses.
memory, man.
He was
There's a
fighting
couple
the wars of the
Richards.
Roses and getting rid of the king. He's the one with the 2 kids in the tower. Edward V and Richard, the young king, Earl of Shrewsbury. He put him in the tower. Haven't you read the
Shrewsbury.
play?
Yeah. of
No, we
course.
never read it. We don't do Shakespeare here.
Sure, you have.
Shakespeare. Oh, it's Shakespeare?
Shakespeare.
I've read all his
Richard
work.
III.
I've read all his work.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
Exactly.
Now
I mean,
is the
I
winter-
get you.
Now is the
You're right.
winter of our
I've got it
discontent.
doubled. I got it backwards here about that.
Yeah, Richard I was his friend. He's always fighting.
So the
killing
car
people.
park king, what his issue was, he made there's a problem with the lineage concerning him. Whenever they did the DNA
one?
work on him, they
Richard III.
Richard III.
Well, he stole the crown basically.
Well, I mean that may be true and all, but
Yeah, he took it from his brother.
the lineage of him, they were able to track his mitochondrial DNA because
Okay.
he had a sister who has living relatives. And they were able to confirm. That's how they were able to confirm that the remains they found under the
Right.
car park was him.
Right.
But whenever they did the paternal DNA, they had to go back up to Edward III and then back down the line through I wish I had
Let's
my
see. Edward III, John of Gaunt.
John of Gaunt. They went through John of Gaunt and
Yeah.
followed him down
Richard
close to the
II.
Tudors and the other side, Richard II. Any which way, they found that there is not a Y chromosome link between Richard III and that side over there. So
that's
somewhere
the end of
along
the
the
That
line.
means an
Yeah.
affair, Armand. Somebody diddled somebody
You think?
else and told them that they.
Oh, thanks, Armand.
It's better in his accent.
But yeah, that's what happened. So like, the royal family right now shouldn't even be the royal family.
That's not
You got
completely
that
true.
right.
There's about a 1 in 5 chance that's that way because it depends on since it's been 19 generations since then. There's only about 5 spots where that father thing could have made a fucking difference.
Right,
Is
but
that what
think
you're
about
getting
this,
to? That,
but-
like George V. and
That
VI
basically, there's a
and-
chance that their current Brits have no claim to the crown.
The current queen, Queen Elizabeth II, her, what was it? The guy that stepped down, he couldn't marry the divorcee. And
Because he married
Ralph-
Simpson, right?
Wallace Warfield Simpson.
yeah,
Edward
yeah.
VIII.
Okay, so he stepped down, given I guess his
yeah.
little brother, right?
She was ugly too.
and then made.
What got it? Boy, she must have been great in bed.
I wouldn't know. Armand.
Would you give up the throne for that? Take a look at her. It's like, she must have rocked his world, man.
What
This goes to
are you
show
gonna do?
Okay,
You know?
well, thanks, Och. That's Ocho, man. All right. Anyway,
I thought that was interesting. How about whenever Richard I and Lionheart came back from the Crusades,
right.
he had taken land over in France.
Correct. Yeah, he was always fighting over there. Yeah.
Right. He actually
well,
died.
it was his land. Eleanor of Aquitaine, and you know.
Right. Well, he had died due to a crossbow bolt. Took him about 11 days to die.
Yeah, now that's an interesting story too.
Well, what do you got? I'd love to hear.
Well, it was actually a young kid. He's walking the parapets of a castle.
Sure.
And some kid hit him with the. I mean,
From
this
outside
guy's
the
like-
castle?
Yeah, this guy's killed hundreds
Hopefully.
of people, and some young kid with basically a pea shooter of a crossbow.
He's like, oh shit,
gets
I
him in the
accidentally fired
neck,
it.
and he probably would have lived. In these days it would have been not that big of a wound.
Got
but he-
gangrenous,
back
though.
then. Yeah, he got an infection. But he expressly said, "The kid's got guts. I don't want him killed." Well, guess what happened after?
Oh,
he
they
died?
killed that little kid.
Oh,
Very
oh, yeah,
yes,
they quartered him.
did.
Yeah. King's dead. So that's it for you, Sonny. But there was some.
How old was he?
Like,
The little boy.
kid, like 15.
Ugh, yeah.
Not a warrior at all, And this guy, Richard the Lionheart, he killed him by the dozens. But anyway, that's the story of his death. Okay.
Well, his brother John took the throne, right? And they had
Right.
anher brother. What
King
was
John.
it? Godfrey or Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
And they had Henry, the oldest son, but he died before he got. There was a Henry,
Right.
another Henry.
What was I fucking lost my note on it here. It's on mine. I remember reading about
Jeffrey
this
was the Earl of Brittany. He had
one. Right, and he had a
Brittany.
son.
Yeah.
Because he had died earlier. Jeffrey had.
Yeah, he died before.
So
right.
he contended John's ownership of the French lands. So there was a
Right.
war right there between those two.
Well, they were always fighting. They're fighting their father. They fought Henry II over and
Fair
over
enough.
again.
Well, eventually John captures him, and he commands the jailer to cut out his eyes or relieve him of his eyes and his genitals.
As he
Which
should
I
have.
think is very fair. Yeah.
Very fair.
That's
a
it.
You fuck with me, I'm gonna cut your
that's
dick
what
and
I
your
would do
eyes
to you
out.
guys. Yeah.
Well, the jailer refused. So John gets all
Cut out
drunk.
his eyes and genitals.
Well, he gets all drunk. He goes down to the jail, and he has him move first, but he goes down there himself, gets all drunk, and kills the motherfucker himself.
Oh, kill Jeffrey?
Yeah. No, not Jeffrey.
Yeah, I
Jeffrey's
didn't
son.
know.
Arthur.
His nephew,
Oh,
right?
the son. Yeah, yeah.
Started with an
yeah.
A. I forget his name.
Okay.
I thought it was just crazy.
Arthur,
Man. He
yeah.
gets all fucking drunk. I'm going to go down
Alfred.
and just kill the guy.
Fuck
Why not?
it.
Why not? That happened all the time. Well, like I said, Richard III killed his brother's son. They put him in a tower, and supposedly they disappeared.
Well, yeah. I
They're
mean,
still looking for them, by the way. They don't know what they're looking. What every parking lot in England they're scouring. For those
Arthur
two.
was his name.
Yeah, Arthur. Right.
Arthur Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Have him deprived of his eyes and genitals. He was only 16 years old too, by the way. That kid.
Well, that's middle age back then.
Yeah, fair enough. He was on his way to retirement at that point.
he was on his way out anyway, right?
He's a grandfather at this point.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Have you
I thought
heard?
it was
Richard II.
I thought it was heavy hangs the head that wears the crown.
No, I think
is
it's
that
on
a current adaptation of that quote? Maybe
Ooh, is it heavy?
heavy hangs the head that last night wore the crown.
Heavy is the
could
head that wears
be.
the crown, or heavy hangs the head that wears the crown.
Is it hangs too? Boy, that might not be
I believe
right.
it's hangs. Heavy hangs the head that wears the
Gotta
crown.
look it up. Okay, go ahead. I'll look.
Google.
How
I think
about?
you're right about heavy though? I don't
Have
know.
you heard that Prince Charles and Princess Diana may have had a secret daughter?
No, that was I was reading. That one I've never heard.
So before she was allowed to marry Charles, right, the royal family insisted that she go and see a fertility doctor to make sure that she could produce heirs.
Thank you, Light Peach.
Heavy hangs the head that wears the crown.
Isn't that what
That's
I
what I
said?
said.
That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
Anyway, what was I talking about?
Very good. Diana's daughter.
Oh, Diana's daughter. So yeah, she goes to the fertility doctor, right? He apparently scabs a couple of eggs from her. He combines those eggs in IVF with some of Prince Charles's sperm, creating an embryo which he implants into his wife. The fertility doctor does.
Just
Wow.
like said, he wanted a royal baby.
Well, they called the royal baby Sarah, basically.
Great.
It was
That's a good
born.
idea.
What
I'd
a
do
dick.
That. Oh, that's beautiful.
Off
man.
with his head.
Oh no.
Well, apparently the crown was
Pay
aware
him,
of it.
pay him.
And they they did what they could to keep it all fucking
It's
hush hush.
beautiful.
But there's pictures out there of, apparently that this baby bears a striking resemblance to Princess Diana, but it looks like a photo fucking
Yeah,
shot, basically.
but where's the baby? Where's the actual
They had her
person?
exiled, so nobody really knows. Again, that's the way these all work. She's been exiled, so we can't prove anything. But
Right.
They told her, if you step foot back on the island again, we will not hesitate to fucking
Well,
kill
we got a
you.
room for you in the
Your
tower,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that
Might
one.
be a good movie, by the way.
Don't steal it, Armand. I made that one up personally. Okay, we've talked about this one. We had a whole episode on the royal family killed Princess Diana. You buy that?
No.
You think she
it's
died
I
on-
think it's an accident. I mean,
There's a
you're
lot of
driving
fucking
around at
theories
100,
here.
getting pursued by paparazzi. Sure, shit like that happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance she was pregnant.
I don't think anybody was real sad about it in the family.
Well, here's a little thought. She may have been pregnant, but not with Charles's baby. Dodi Al
What's his name?
Fayed.
Dodi Fayed, yeah.
In fact, his father, Muhammad Al Fayed, to this day contends that she was pregnant, and that is why the royal family bumped her and him off.
But I mean, I don't know. How can that have? Who did that? I mean, the driver, because he died too, right? The only guy.
The driver did, but there's also
bodyguard survived.
they also
Reports of
think that he was
cars.
either a French agent or an English agent, secret agent, like a suicide mission, basically.
Doty's driver, though, weren't they in his...
Wow, I hope he got
Because
paid.
Let me see, I
his
got it in
dad
my
was
notes
like an
here.
Egyptian prince or some shit,
He's an
right?
Egyptian, yeah, rich Egyptian.
Well, Fayed, right?
A rich
Dodi
Egyptian, that's
Fayed,
probably what it is,
Well,
yeah.
he was was he a billionaire? He was close. I know he had a lot, but what? But I don't know if the guy would you take that job? The suicide mission doesn't.
Me?
Yeah, I'm not
The
into suicide.
driver.
Maybe
They
he was
better
a
pay well.
terminal or something.
Yeah, I
Never
know.
Could have been terminal. Oh, here it is. Some say the driver was drunk.
Yeah. well,
Also,
Okay.
but they had switched the body after and before tox to make it come out.
Well, that could be.
The drunk driver is possible. Let's see what else we got here. She herself thought that there were plots to kill her.
Yeah, she even said on an interview.
She wrote in her own letter that she apparently gave to her butler.
Now, why would they want to kill her at this particular juncture? Because she's kind of out of it now. She already has 2 kids. They're in
Yeah.
line for the throne.
They're
Usually, I mean, like
vengeful people. These Brits, you know what I mean?
Well,
They're royals.
Well, like when it was Edward IV married Elizabeth Woodville. They want to kill her, but before she married the king, I mean, that's the time to kill him.
Your guess is as good as mine.
First of all, the queen's talk about vampire. She's never going to die.
She's in it.
So
What?
it doesn't
She's
even
90
matter.
something now. What's his name's 98. She's like
getting
every bit of
let's
that.
see. She was in. Let me see if I can figure it out. She was in the 1952, I believe, was the
42, wasn't it?
52.
Was it 52 when she
And I
was
think
crowned?
she was 17 or 18
25 then.
No, she had to be older than that. Oh, when she was
When she was crowned.
I got the answer whenever you
Let me
guys
see.
are ready.
1952, she was crowned. If she was 25, that would have been 27. That makes her 90, about 92.
She's
about
90,
right.
She's 93.
Yeah.
So very good, Armand. You kick ass, man. Armand blows doors down. I'm not sure if you're aware of
I mean, I just said how old she
kind of
was
a
when she
hobby
got
of mine,
crowned.
though.
all I'm
He's like
saying.
the big bad wolf.
I got the
He
facts.
blows doors down. This is great, Armand. Finally, your crazy sordid knowledge of
nobody's home.
random shit's coming in handy. What else we got on Diana? Let's see.
Expert at rocking
She
women's
threw herself
worlds.
down the stairs. She admitted it in
Who?
an interview when she was pregnant with Prince Harry.
Oh, wow.
I have
Tried to lose the baby?
contents of the letter she gave to her butler about her thoughts about being killed. It says, "I'm sitting here."
That's what it was.
That's kind of
To her
Scarlett
husband.
O'Hara
She wanted her
stuff.
husband.
You think that's what it was? That sounds like
She said that.
it's a bad Lifetime movie.
It's 100%. Exactly. That's 100% what she said, though.
What a
Well, they've made
crazy bitch.
movies about her, right? I haven't watched them, but I mean, obviously.
Yeah,
Written books.
people loved her, man. They wrote songs.
What did you think of her? I mean,
Dude, I was like 14 when she died. didn't give two shits.
I loved her, Amon. She was in my
Oh, my
heart
ass.
forever.
She was in a
She's
country that
people's queen.
might as well didn't exist to me at that point
But
in time.
don't you think that? I mean, that was like, I think her popularity was. That's like
threat?
the dream of the dream
no,
of
she
every
was
woman.
rags to
because
riches
she's
type
just a
of-
teacher.
She's Cinderella, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Cinderella story.
Basically, you know what I
It's
mean?
like
She's
that-
the every woman. She dressed like people wanted to dress like her because she
Right,
was
right.
very down to earth. You know what I mean? She was the people's fucking
Princess. Yeah.
princess.
I
Yeah.
wonder how you found her. She was just a school teacher.
She was a stripper.
She was a.
No,
I
that's,
thought she had
that's
a-
Andrew.
No, I thought
Let's
her.
get into him. He's
She's
more
not.
fun.
She was of age though. Not ready for Andrew.
Oh, Andrew's something.
No. She had
That
noble
guy.
parents, correct?
Oh, Spencer's. I think they had some. I think they had some nobility.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Remem-
sure she had
you
noble
remember
parents.
You remember the mnemonic?
Johnny Mnemonic?
Now let's hear it again. Let's hear
Do
this.
men ever visit brothels?
Oh, that's
all the time.
Dukes, Earls, Ferdinands.
Oh my God, two girls.
Yeah, that's it. And I thought he'd forget. Duke, Marquis, Earl, Viscount or Vicomte,
Viscount.
Count.
Baron.
Who was it that was given that title? Who was supposed to be a prince, but they just recently, I believe, they were gonna. One of the current kids, that's like third from the line down, like one of the sisters of Charles. I think his only sister is Anne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's dead. I think she died. Didn't
She had a
no,
kid.
Margaret died. Anne's
Margaret
still alive.
died.
She had a kid. I believe that they actually all their kids they didn't bother to give him any kind of royal titles or anything like that, except they called him the Viscount or whatever, which is weird.
Who's this? Anne's husband?
No, one of her children.
One of her children.
Oh, because she married. Who was it? Was it which one? Very
I don't know.
Jones. Was that Margaret or Anne?
Willie Jones?
No, he was a Viscount or Vicomte.
See, that's what I'm saying. Did you know that Prince Charles and Diana were 16th cousins?
That's not too uncommon.
Well, I guess she was. She
They
did
were
have some
16th
royal
cousin.
blood in her.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about incest here. If that's what we're going to do.
16th cousins. That's not close to incest, really. That's,
Look.
I'm 16th cousins with fucking Brian out there, probably.
Anne was in the Olympics. You know.
Look at it this way. It was 19 generations back to fucking what's his name, Edward the fucking third or whatever.
What about in 1840, Queen Victoria and Prince Albert married and had 9 kids, and they were motherfucking first cousins.
Yeah, that's why they had hemophiliacs and all that. And
Yeah, that's pretty
One of their-
wicked. First cousin's a little much. 16th cousins, I might bang my 16th cousin.
hey, listen, I'll
You heard
tell
it
you
here
what.
first.
Fucking sicko.
Let me tell you, their son, Edward VII. Now that guy knew how to be Prince of Wales, man. Oh, he got laid all the
He
time.
wailed.
He got Sarah Bernhardt, and he got
Sarah Bernhardt.
Oh yeah, the actress.
Oh, she's,
Sandra.
Wasn't she
Not
Princess of
Sandra,
Wales?
Sarah.
So-
not that one.
Oh.
Sandra's still
Armand.
alive. What?
Do you know Diana's title? Her title?
Lady Diane, Lady Spencer, isn't she?
No, Diana, Princess of Wales. She
Eventually.
wasn't afforded Princess Diana, even though everyone called her that. There's a difference between being Princess Diana and Diana, Princess of Wales.
Well, I guess she gave all that up though when she divorced him.
I don't think she did.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't get to. She didn't get to keep the. She's not.
Did you know in 2013 they changed the law that stated that if a person in line of succession marries a Roman Catholic, they lose their right to the throne. They had to change that because of Charles marrying Camilla Parker. Mm-hmm. She's a Roman
I'm
Catholic.
surprised they don't have that. I mean, because Queen Mary, Mary wanted to return him to Catholic, but that's why she killed all those Protestants.
Protestants,
That's why
yeah.
she was double. She was,
That's part of the
Bloody Mary.
rules, honestly, to
But
secede.
Queen Elizabeth,
You have to be a Protestant.
well, that's why they fought the whole revolution basically in 1688, because James II was a Catholic. They didn't want him in. They didn't want, they kicked his ass out.
Fucking religion, just
Yeah,
that's
that's why they
ruining
fought.
shit, right? I mean,
Well, even back then, that's why they fought these wars. That's why
It
the
all goes
revolution.
back to power. You can take religion off the top and say religion's the same as any other hierarchy. You're doing it to maintain power, really. They're using it by your soul. The fucking British people are using it because they own your land. I mean, whatever. It's all about maintaining power.
Well, that's what government is too. So
No,
what's
no,
the
I
difference?
totally agree. No difference at all. I'm just agreeing in a kind of a adversarial manner, if you will.
The question I have for you guys is: do we need?
Is the Passion of the Christ anti-Semitic?
Uh,
oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
You would say that?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
Like a bat mitzvah. Okay. Do we even need this royal favor? Haven't we kind of outgrown this? Isn't it time
Well,
to get rid of
we
it?
don't need 'em.
so like technically
That's what I'm
now,
saying. The English.
so the weird thing is like this, like they don't have a lot of political power. They have like 0 to none political power, but the chick can start a war.
Well,
The
listen
queen
to that
can
powers.
declare war. She can actually fire all of
I don't know
Parliament.
about that.
Yeah, she has the ability
Dr.
to
Maybe.
Kachigi, and maybe look that up again on your Google.
Well, that she may have that power inherent, but it's like the House of Lords. They really
Would
have
she
no
ever use it?
power,
Yeah.
right? They, look, just try it.
She could
You
fire
roll
all
back.
of Parliament today.
That is her. She can dismiss Parliament completely and call for an entire re-election. That's an interesting ability to have.
Yeah.
She's required
Just
every year
try
to
it.
open Parliament.
Just try it.
Well, what are they going to do? They're not going to kill
not
her.
gonna
They're not
do
going to like fucking.
Why won't they? They've killed plenty of fucking monarchs before.
Not today in this day and age. They won't. That won't happen.
Disregard it. I think, by the way, Richard III was the last king to die in battle.
He was the last king to die in battle. Yeah.
Have you heard the rules that arrogant?
Battle of Bosworth Field.
What do you got? You got more?
Yeah, a little bit more on Diane.
okay.
There's some theories about the paparazzi may have did it.
Well,
So there's 3 of them actually. One of them is that they directly caused the accident,
By getting too close.
getting
to
too
her?
close, bumping into her and causing it. They contributed to an environment which could cause the accident. You know what I mean?
absolutely. I think they're responsible. I don't know if it was deliberate. I mean, they're chasing her down, right?
Right. And the third one is that the paparazzi were just used as a tool. So set up the make sure the paparazzi know where they're at, create the environment. Say the Secret Service of like MI6 or whatever, whoever did the killing.
Yeah.
Set it
Queen
up
and
to
country.
where it looked like paparazzis, but they were just used more or less as a camouflage to slip in and make sure that happened. So it's possible too. I don't know.
That was that 98? When did that happen?
97.
No, I would say like 95. I mean,
No,
look.
no, it was after that.
Hold on.
It's 97, I think. I think I remember that being a.
It was the night my sister got married. I know that. I came back from
No, she died in 97. You're right.
Yeah, I came
guess
back
I was
from her
16 when
wedding
she
and-
died. Wow.
Yeah, I saw it on the news. It was pretty.
I remember where I was. You were with me whenever we heard it. We were on our way up to the Glades up on the Mississippi
September
with Dad.
1st? Was it
and
September
Rochelle.
1st?
We were in the car, that Corsica they had, and it came on the radio that she died in a car wreck.
I have no idea.
I remember the
September 1st? Is that the date?
day. August 31st.
Oh, it's 34. Okay.
Well, I mean, the
close.
day before. You're
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Some say the doctors did it. So did you know that in France, it's EMTs will work on a person right at the scene, and that's their policy. They'll do you right there, and then
Protocol,
take you to the
Oh,
hospital.
God, a French EMT?
And
That's
England,
got to be lethal.
they take you right to the hospital. That's what it is. It's let's go to the hospital. Get them in. Get them in the hospital.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that had she been in England and that happened, they would have taken her directly to the hospital. She might have survived her wounds.
Really?
That's the theory. But a lot of
I
doctors
don't
actually
know.
say she was so fucked up she was dying.
I don't
anyway,
know.
so-
I saw pictures of that car. I'm
The car
surprised-
The car was
mangled.
fucked up.
Yeah, I'm surprised anybody survived that one.
Who was driving? The driver. I can't remember his name, but
I
there was
don't
a,
remember
was
his
a-
name either.
there was a-
Bodyguard wrote a book. Apparently, I didn't
Not
read
that
it.
bodyguard.
Yeah, not the driver, the bodyguard.
Ooh, he
If he
did.
did, it was before.
Posthumously.
That's all I got on the Diane stuff. I got shit tons of more stuff here, though. How about let me hit you with this real quick. It's possible that both Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle used surrogates in their pregnancies, actually wearing fake baby bumps and presenting themselves as pregnant.
I thought this was pretty cool. I'm like, damn, I never heard of that one. I like that.
Could happen. Why
I
not?
mean, it's possible.
Could they both be men?
I mean, that's possible. I mean, it's unlikely. They had children.
I don't know. They're
Did you say that
all possible fake.
the royal women are men?
I mean, if you look at it like this, it's
Queen
based,
Elizabeth, he's saying, I mean, what the hell? If you're going to imply
The
that
first.
the first.
not the current. But
She kind of getting a little manly, too. Though.
agree with me here that everything we know about the royals is presented to us over TV more or less as a dramatized show.
Yeah.
They could be completely making up pregnancies and presenting children as their own. We don't know. We just see it through the tabloids and through the news.
Well, we're also in America, and I'm sure people over there get a little bit more of a.
Yeah, sure.
Feel for things.
Hey, come on down Saturday to the palace for breakfast. We're inviting the whole fucking country.
It would be like, mate, would you join us at the palace for breakfast and maybe
You're right. I'm
brunch
sorry. I didn't use the
on
right accent.
crumpets and tea on Saturday?
I'm so burnt
Sausage
out on
and
English.
bangers.
Sausage and bangers. What is that? Drugs on? What are you talking about?
What do they have? Blood pie over there?
What sausages?
Hair pie.
Bangers,
No, blood pudding is what they have.
blood pudding, Yorkshire pudding.
How about Prince Harry isn't actually the son of Prince Charles? Have you heard that one?
He's a pretty good looking kid.
So
Pretty good looking kid.
Armand
so
said, he ain't mine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's mine.
she had an affair with James Hewitt, who was a bodyguard of hers. She
Oh,
actually
yeah,
called
yeah,
him the
right.
only love of her life.
Oh.
He was a major at that.
Yeah, but there was another guy too, wasn't there?
She's had a couple of affairs. She's kind of,
yeah.
you know, a little
Yeah,
whore.
James Hewitt. I
Why don't
remember
you talk
that.
about her like that,
Sorry.
fucker?
I'm sorry. Any which way. Though
Why not?
a lot of people say that they started dating after he was born, but James Hewitt himself claims that they had started dating about 18 months prior.
He's not a very
But he
good-looking
claims,
guy either.
Well, he claims that the child is not his. So you can believe him.
I'll tell you what, though. I saw a picture of that guy. He looks more like him than he does Prince
He's
Charles.
the prominent red hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I gotta say,
a lot
he-
of media outlets say that
Yeah.
they're noticing like the same facial
right,
features
if
and
you-
structure on
you put
Harry and
the
this guy.
pictures of all three of them up. He looks much more like Hewitt than Prince Charles.
Yeah. So, but allegedly,
Now,
they
actually,
didn't
you know,
begin the
now
affair
this,
until after.
This is an interesting. We were talking about Edward VII. One of his mistresses, Alice Keppel, I believe her name was. She's the great grandmother of His bitch.
Bob Barker.
Charles' bitch.
Oh,
Camilla?
Camilla Bowles. Yeah.
who is?
Camilla Bowles, Charles's wife.
Yeah, I know.
Her
who she is.
great grandmother was Edward VII's
Mistress.
mistress. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I think
keep it close.
he may have knocked her up. Yeah.
Well, fucking imagine that.
Well, do you know the story of William II and how he died?
Was he the one that? Don't tell me. Is he the one that was riding white Surrey and slept over a molehill and
No.
broke his neck?
No.
That was William. That was William III. That was William of Orange.
William II died on a hunting trip. You don't remember this one? He was out hunting. He shot a deer and wounded it. Ran off after the deer to check it out. He was shot by one of the people he had sent. Or brought with him.
yeah.
Shot him through the
I
heart and fucking killed him.
Who was one of the guys? One of the vice presidents shot that guy in the face hunting. Who was that?
Cheney.
Cheney. Yeah. He
Anyway,
got Cheneyed.
they shot him in the heart. Freaked out basically because they killed the king,
Yeah.
which some people think he did it on purpose. But everybody that was with him, his entire hunting party, left him there. Were ready to go declare allegiance to the new king. His body was actually found by commoners who took it to, I believe, Westchester. No, it wasn't the Abbey. Where was it? It was a cathedral, big cathedral right there. Winchester Cathedral.
Winchester.
Yeah,
That's a good song.
delivered the dead king's body to Winchester Cathedral because he had been left in the field.
William II. When would that have been?
100 AD
Billy number 2, bud.
What do you mean 100 AD?
or 1100. Sorry.
Yeah. Because that was William the Conqueror. Was
Yeah, he
William
died.
I.
He died August 2nd, 1100.
William the Conqueror's son.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know
He was
that
the third
story.
son of William the Conqueror. Right.
Yeah, William II.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty crazy. They fucking basically
Makes
murdered
sense.
him and then left him out there and then was like, let's go ahead and
Probably did it on purpose.
declare fealty.
Yeah.
All
Trying
right.
to think who took over after that. Then was it Edward III?
Let's take a look at the complete line of
No, Edward III was
succession.
Henry II's.
British
Or
Surrey.
he was the son of King John. So that would have been before him. Was it Henry I?
I'm going to look here.
I'm going to say Henry I.
That's not right. Oh, this is line of succession. I don't want the line of succession. Complete British.
Well, if you put William II on there, it'll tell you successor.
Lineage is the word you're looking for, mate.
William II's successor.
Okay, good call, Armand.
Let's
That's a
say
good call.
Henry I.
Henry the First of England. Man,
Henry
we need to
the
get this
Second.
motherfucker on a game show.
Has he ever? You want to? I mean, we might be able to make something happen.
Eric, hit us with some of those
I had
weird
it.
rules you got over there.
Oh yeah, so I found a bunch of weird fucking rules that the British royal family has to follow.
More like protocol, I would say, than rules.
Yeah, because the chicks break them sometimes. They don't give a fuck. So like when the Queen dies, there's no laughter in England for 12 days. I'm serious to God. There's no funny shows ordered on TV at all. In fact, she picked the programming already for the TV when she dies in England.
I don't think she's going to die.
She might not.
It's all Doctor Who.
She has 2 birthdays. She gets to celebrate one birthday as the Queen and one for a personal birthday.
Same day, though?
No, different days.
Well, that wouldn't make
That
sense.
doesn't make sense at all.
2 cakes.
She needs no passport or driver's license, I mentioned earlier, since they are issued in her name.
Yeah,
So
well, Prince Philip needs one, but they don't give him one.
Of course he
Yeah,
does.
He can't drive anymore, thank God.
there's no shellfish at all for the royal family. And the reasoning behind that is so
They have
great.
gout? Well,
No, they don't want to be out somewhere at a public, and because
yeah, like
they don't want to shit themselves
right,
in
that's what I was
public
gonna
from
say, they're
having
gonna
food
have to fart
poisoning.
or something? Yeah,
Exactly.
right,
It's
right.
all
Doesn't agree
about
with
that
them.
image. So no shellfish for the royal family. The Queen hates garlic, so anywhere she goes in the world, they already get pre-delivered. Like there's no fucking garlic. Don't put anything garlic in anything. Like at all. Period. There's none. She hates it.
it's too bad. It's good for her heart.
That's very interesting about the birthday thing. This is a tradition that dates back 250 years.
No, I'm lying.
No, I'm just they do it
Well,
because they want to
you
be able to
imply-
have big public celebrations. Whenever the first time it happened, it was in November, which was a really bad time for a big ass public celebration. So he's like, my birthday's in June.
Yeah.
So I thought that's pretty crazy. Interesting fact.
Brilliant people, those British.
So if you're sitting there eating dinner with the Queen
Yeah, don't.
and she's done,
Oh, yeah, that's
You're
it.
done.
Yeah, right.
you don't get to finish your course, or
no, that's it.
that shit's over.
I mean, fuck that. I would beat her anyway, no matter what.
They
we're
literally
eating.
have people that come by when she's done eating and puts her napkin on the table. They come and grab
Oh,
your
yeah, you're
plate.
done.
It doesn't matter. You're done.
Doesn't that go with the dancing too? If she and the king are dancing, and they stop dancing, or
They will
the whole
fire.
thing. I don't know.
They will fire staff at the palace for scolding and disciplining her dogs.
Oh, I hate those fucking dogs. Of hers.
Really?
Corgis.
Yeah, don't.
She got a billion of those fucking
and she
corgis.
lets them fucking run. They do whatever they want.
Speaking
don't
of which,
fucking
though,
say a
look
word
this
to
up.
them.
Who was the guy that broke into her bedroom? Can you imagine that? You got
I
into
mean,
Buckingham
hard,
Palace.
Eric did it.
You're not. You're not smart enough.
He used his impeccable
Guys,
British
guys,
accent
Hunter-
to
I did. I
fool his way
chommed my
in.
way in there
Yeah,
almost.
He
Guys-
James Bonded his way in there.
Literally hiding under her bed. Now that's That's pretty
Gross.
ballsy, man.
Yeah.
Can you find out what that guy? I love that guy.
Who broke into the Queen's
Bedroom.
She has a person that wears her new shoes around the
Michael
palace
Fagan.
gently,
Michael Fagan. That's
so
it.
that her shoes are broken in whenever she puts them on her feet.
Okay, well,
She got a personal shoe breaker in
She
it?
has a shoe breaker in her.
as a podiatrist, I commend that. You know,
That's right up your alley.
That's laudable.
That's
sure.
good thinking. These Brits.
I'd like to
So,
be the Queen's podiatrist.
If you're in the royal family, you have to wear pantyhose. You cannot, as a female, you cannot not wear pantyhose. Now it's been broken a few times. They said, but yeah.
Hey, wait a minute, we got to start the show over again.
No wedge.
Nobody can see my face.
I'm sure they can, man.
No wedge shoes. So like, I don't even know
No
what a wedge
Crocs?
shoe is. No wedge shoes. No vibrant fingernail polish.
No mules.
You got to wear a
no
head
cha-cha
covering.
pumps.
So before 6 p.m., you have to have a scarf or a hat on for your head covering. And after 6 p.m.,
Who's
it's
this?
a tiara. This is British women, royal women.
Well, that's what I'm
They're
saying.
women in the
Okay.
royal family. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
they always have to wear a hat, though, in public.
well, after 6 p.m., you can wear a tiara, but that's only for married women. Single royal women don't wear anything on their heads after 6 to show that they're single. You know, like,
Makes sense.
hey,
Oh, good.
I think this is to
single.
cover up
yeah,
any
we
of
know-
their
we know we hit
reptile
on-
markings.
I don't think so.
Okay.
She'll shift her purse. The queen will shift her purse from her left arm to her right arm to let staff know she's ready to wrap up a conversation. She's done talking to you. She shifts her purse. And
Power move.
They usher her.
Can you imagine knowing that, and then
It's
she
nice
does
to be
that
a
ever so
queen.
slightly?
Oh, right in front of your face? Fuck.
Just looking in the eyes.
I mean, shut.
Slip one arm to the other.
Shut your pie hole.
I'm done with you, bitch.
So they have to sit a certain way. The women in the royal family have
Legs
to sit.
crossed.
Well,
I can
Well, you
imagine.
below-
can't cross at the knees.
You can't cross
It's at
above the
feet.
knees. It has to go below the knees. So the cross has to.
And then there's this little lean move they do.
Thighs straight together
Oh,
like
scissor.
this,
So it's a scissor, not a figure four.
like that.
Right. Right.
Instead, you cannot.
Yeah.
There's none of that.
Right.
Yeah, because they're afraid of the switches, the shifts.
That's good
Sharon
because you know
Stone.
that's illegal in wrestling too. So yeah, you gotta put the figure four on. You can't use a scissor.
Yeah.
I
so
approve of that.
they have to enter rooms in accordance with the succession order in a public environment. So
Right.
Now I guess they still have to depart. You know, they can't turn their back to the queen. You gotta
I
back
wouldn't.
away.
She
You
carries a
can't- you can't-
crossbow. Not a lot of people know that.
But yeah, so like when they enter a room in a public setting, whether it be for TV or whatever, there's a big celebration. They have to enter in the line of succession.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like
Status
think
has
about
its privileges.
Harry
Yeah.
has to come in after his
There's
brother's kids.
There's nephews and nieces.
Right.
He's like,
Well, I mean,
So does the niece?
makes
Hang on.
sense to
So
me.
wait, hang on. So
they come in as a
technically,
family.
Does the niece get to come in? And is she before him in succession? Is she before Harry? So say both boys and
Yes.
Harry and William die. Harry doesn't go to him. It goes to the girl.
Not the girl. It's his
Yeah.
daughter or whatever, his son or whatever. It's Harry's son. I think is ahead of everybody, right?
No, Williams.
William's
William,
son.
yeah, William, and then his son.
Right. So if William and both of his
And his
sons
daughter.
are out of the picture, no, and his
Yeah.
daughter remains. She gets the throne over his brother.
I
Harry.
would
Right.
think. I would
Yes.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
true.
eldest son's kid.
But that hasn't been that way forever.
Yeah, and then they used to have something called Salic law, and that changed with Queen Elizabeth. No woman could be. That was a big deal with Jane Grey and everything. Well, Bloody Marys, and all that. Salic law meant nobody gives a shit who the woman is. It's got to be a male, no matter who it is.
Right.
Well, that all changed, obviously with Mary and
Of course.
Elizabeth.
So they're not, according to Prince Andrew, they don't play Monopoly because it gets too, and I quote, vicious.
I thought this was a weird one. but-
Monopoly.
Monopoly, the game Monopoly. He was presented with it somewhere he was at and asked to play it, and they said, no, we weren't allowed to play that game. It gets too vicious.
Dave Watkins says the blood pudding is black pudding and it's delicious. I've never had it. Have you? Blood pudding.
Yeah, it seems pretty gross to
All
me.
From
Yeah.
the blood of your enemies?
I've not
I
had it
think
either.
it's just
but
a descriptive term. I don't
Oh.
think it's actually blood.
it is made of blood.
Yeah, so
I watched
and-
how
maybe
it's
it's
made.
blackberries
On
or
the
something.
queen keeps a suction cup and a
It's a
hook
blood sausage.
in her purse.
It's made from pork blood with pork fat or beef suet.
Oh my god.
And a cereal, usually oatmeal or
Sweat.
egg oats. So it's basically congealed blood and oatmeal.
Sounds wonderful.
fucking terrible.
Sounds like haggis
That sounds haggis is.
or suet. All right.
She keeps a suction cup and a hook in her purse. And what she does is...
That's not really a rule, though.
well, no, but
Yeah,
I'm getting to that. This-
Tradition.
So she puts the suction cup on the table underneath where she's at. She hangs her purse on it. And if at any time during any meal, like she picks it up and puts her purse on the table,
That's it.
that means she's ready to fucking go now,
done.
right now. Like, so like she has a
Couple
lot of like
questions. Couple
different, secret things that she does that are like,
Gestures and whatnot.
yeah, maybe not so much secret, but just more like polite to the people that she's, leaving. She like the person.
Let me ask you this: what if the table she's at has a porous or non-even surface? You can't use a subject.
Why are you asking
You
me
can't
that?
use a subject. That's what I'm saying. You have no clue to these. This is.
Well,
this
maybe
is true.
she insists that the table
Why wouldn't she just sit it on the floor?
be suctionable material.
The queen does not set her shit on the floor.
Why would the queen sit her purse on the floor by her feet?
Well, she doesn't have a
She's
suction
royalty.
I wonder if you think she wears Depends. She's got to be
She'd have to at
incontinent this
95.
I hope I'm still confident.
She's shitting herself for sure, mate.
I know I won't be.
Yeah, what else we got
point.
here?
That'll put your
So
purse on a hook.
the royals are not allowed to take selfies.
It's not that they're not allowed.
It's frowned upon. It's like
Right.
Yeah,
masturbating in an airplane.
or autographs, for instance, are frowned upon.
Yeah, you can't give
Oh,
you can't give
yeah,
your
I
autograph.
imagine. Yeah, I don't think.
Guess who breaks these rules all the time, though? Good old Meghan Markle.
Oh,
She's been caught many times giving out autographs, doing
she's
selfies.
a commoner anyway. She doesn't count.
She's not even a commoner. She's from America.
So you can't
She's
even
worse than a commoner.
Yeah.
you can't
Churchill's
FOI
wife was American.
you can't FOI any royal member.
The fuck is FOI?
Freedom of information.
Oh yeah. They don't have to. They don't have to
cares?
respond to it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like normal, you'd have to. No. Anyways,
I wonder if that counts like subpoenas though. Freedom of information would be like, I want your copies of your fucking phone bills. Whether or not subpoena would be like, I want to know where you exactly were, and you got to tell me all this other shit.
well, it leads me right to the next one. The queen is immune from prosecution. Now, Everett and I had a bit of a disagreement here. Immune from prosecution to me means she could go out and fucking kill somebody, and
Sounds
she's
like it.
not going to jail.
Well, sounds like it. What did you think it is?
He says, no, she kills somebody, they're going to take her to jail.
Well-
He says she is immune from prosecution.
No, think about the precedent set all the way back. King Charles I,
Okay.
executed for treason. If they don't want you there, they will fucking grab you up and kill you. So, I wouldn't say she's immune from prosecution. They'll skip that step if they have to.
In this day and age, you think that they'll just usurp the fucking
Dude, this is a crazy day and age. Look what they
Use
did to
that word,
Gaddafi
right?
about 5 years ago.
No, Gaddafi's a different story.
That's
He's not
another thing.
British royalty.
You know, that's
he
what
was
I
the
was gonna say,
fucking
though.
He's the dictator
leader
of
and
Libya.
Dictator
A
of Libya.
lot of these laws are basically like sodomy laws in Alabama or something. Nobody's going
Yeah,
to
they're-
enforce
they're
them,
on the
you know?
books
well,
still, because
right,
nobody-
yeah.
yeah.
These are just weird
Right,
rules.
Yeah,
You know what I
these
mean?
are traditions that
They're more
nobody's-
traditions than rules. man.
Ooh, this one's good. She owns more swans than anybody on the continent, and she's the only one allowed to eat a swan.
It's true. You can't eat swans. In,
All right, I think I've had enough of. The
Hang on.
This is getting monotonous.
I didn't know this, but the public can't touch a member of the royal family unless they make the first move. Like if you're a commoner,
wow.
you can't touch.
So you got to be like Trump. You got to grab her pussy.
I would think that would
You think
be
Trump grabbed?
How are you?
You think Trump grabbed her pussy? They
the
met.
royal highness.
Give her a French.
Royal
tickler.
males under the age of 8 years old can't wear pants. They have to wear shorts.
That's good enough.
And then after 8, you get to wear slacks.
All
But
right,
yeah,
good.
before 8.
That's a coming of
That's
age
nice.
thing, sure.
The queen must approve
I think
all
Prince
wedding
Philip ought to
dresses.
be going back to the short pants.
She must approve all wedding dresses, the queen. If you get married and you're under the royal banner, you got to fucking get your dress
Who
approved
does the
by
wedding?
her.
Who did Princess Di? It wasn't Vera Wang. Who did her wedding dress? Who's the
Nobody
designer?
cares.
I do.
It's fashion armor.
Why you say it like that?
Yeah.
Oh, he slapped me.
I
it was
did.
Assault. I've been assaulted.
I want to wear Diane Furstenberg.
Sweet.
You also have to,
Wraparound dress.
if you want to marry somebody, you you have to ask the queen's
Is the
permission.
mic stand? Did I move it? Somebody said, "God damn
Just
it!"
pull it straight out and push it that way.
No, you're fine.
Which
Don't.
one?
I wouldn't worry about it. Pay no attention to the peanut
You
gallery.
can't see my beautiful visage.
It doesn't matter if they can see you. This is a podcast. They're supposed to be able to hear you.
Oh, my people want
What
to
is it,
see
you two?
my
You
fans.
got to have your face seen. It's like
Right.
you're ugly.
Prince
and
Charles
old and nobody
has-
cares.
Goodness, physiognomy.
This one's good. Prince Charles has 3 wardrobe guys, one of which irons his fucking shoelaces.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's a cool service. As a podiatrist, you can see the need for
He
iron
irons
shoelaces.
his fucking shoelaces
know
so
that
that they tie up straight whenever they're. He doesn't
Right.
lace those either. So like they iron them and they have to lace his shoes.
Well,
back together.
I know a proper English butler always irons the newspaper because they don't want any creases in that when,
In the
when
fucking
master reads
newspaper?
it. Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. You don't want any creases in that.
Yeah.
That's a
So
good job.
there's a bagpipe player that wakes the queen
I
up every
hate
morning.
I looked
skirling
into
lo-
this. You know what they play?
Oh my!
Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
That's not true.
No, I made that
That's
up.
just not
That'd
true.
be fucking great though, isn't it? On a bagpipe.
Skirling.
I've got some dirty secrets
Stairway
of the
to
royal
heaven.
family, but Everett's touched on a few of these with some of his stuff that he said.
All
So
right,
Princess
let's move
Beatrice
it
was
along.
romantically involved with a convict.
Who's Princess Beatrice? I don't even know who that
Exactly.
is.
The
Yeah.
guy beat a dude and he died from his injuries.
Whatever happened to Fergie? Man, she was a weirdo.
The singer?
Sarah
No,
Ferguson.
man.
Andrew's wife. Sarah Ferguson. Nutcase.
I don't know. I have no
She was
idea.
a goofball too.
Prince Andrew, speaking of which,
Oh boy. Well, let's
yes.
get into the sex. Come on.
he
enough of this
maintained
crap.
friendships with a
Oh, yeah.
convicted sex offender. He
Who
was
committed
very good
suicide.
friends
Committed suicide.
with now deceased Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, there's plenty of photos.
Yeah,
of
we
those
know
folks.
that
and that
one.
came
Let-
to light. Yeah, so I mean, like, funded like vacations by Epstein, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's always been a pain in the ass.
Here, this right here was kind of like disturbing to me because I really held like Harry and William. I felt like they were good, you know,
Held them in high esteem.
Yeah, because like they went and they did the military service before.
Yeah.
You know, so you know what I mean. I thought they're these dudes are okay, right?
Yeah, one of them went to where, Iraq or Afghanistan or something.
Yeah, that was Harry, I believe.
Yeah, I think.
But they were both caught on video using racial slurs.
Oh, big deal. Well, he's wearing a Nazi outfit.
Oh, big deal, you Polak.
Yeah.
Well, and what they said
is that
was
racial? I didn't want to be racial.
a packy and
Yeah,
a
Pakistani.
raghead is what they. This,
pretty
this
racist.
Well, I
is
thought
what
no.
they said.
The big one was which one was it? William or
It
no?
had to have
Harry.
been-
Harry had the Nazi outfit.
Well, when he was
They
a
didn't like
kid,
that.
right?
He didn't look like a kid to
No,
me.
he was
There's
like
a picture of him.
college age, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was a grown man.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
He wasn't the Hitler Youth. He
Hey,
was
as the Prince of fucking Britain, I can appreciate
he was in the SS.
comedy in that of him doing.
Of course you could. Anything
well,
anti-Jew.
Yeah.
That. Oh, okay, we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
it's 'cause
gay.
it's
Any
funny.
Semite.
Queen
High
Elizabeth II's uncle, Edward VIII, was friends with Hitler. They had dinner.
Oh yeah.
They had dinner multiple
That's
times.
why they got rid of him. They get this guy out of here. He's nuts.
Princess Diana, I told you about throwing herself down the stairs in
Always
exchange for her
fun.
husband's attention. You talked about Richard III. So Queen Elizabeth I killed her lover's wife because they couldn't
That was the
marry
whole Richard
each other.
Richard the First. That was a Robin Hood time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And King John.
King
yeah.
John.
So they
yeah.
say Queen Elizabeth I allegedly had her lover's wife killed because they couldn't marry each other with her in the picture.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That might be Robert Dudley because he did. But he ended up marrying a commoner too. She didn't like that much.
Not sure.
Earl of Leicester. Yeah.
Prince George's bisexuality and drug use were too much for the monarchy to handle, and they allegedly
Who?
took down Prince George.
Which one?
This was in 1942, so whatever. I know you know.
He was the one that
Figure
was
it out.
the morphine addict
Figure
and
it
coke
out. There's
addict,
like
right?
19 Georges.
No,
Okay.
that would have been.
Yes, he
in
was
42.
in 42.
Wasn't a Prince George. George the Sixth. He was a king. I don't think that would have been
He-
Elizabeth's. She never.
He was not a king, right? You know, because who was
Not in 42. It would have been George the Sixth.
He should have put some dates down on these
Yeah.
notes that were a little better.
George
Okay,
the Sixth
anyways.
he actually had balls. That guy because the Nazis were bombing London and they said get the hell out of town. He said no, I'm going
Hey,
to stay at Buckingham Palace.
What dude
So
in
that
the
guy had guts.
what dude in the royal family used to do guys and girls and do cocaine and heroin, and died in a plane wreck in 42?
Prince George? I don't know.
That guy. That's
Huh.
the one. Yeah. So, but they allegedly took down his plane or whatever. So,
Huh.
Prince Charles and Diana's 16th cousins. Talked about that. Yeah. Queen Victoria. Yeah, that's about all the little the tidbits I had because you touched on most of them during.
Sorry about that, man.
Your
During my
extravaganza.
bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
My extravaganza.
Then of course
Thanks.
George III, when he was going nuts, they kind of had to, he was talking to the trees and shit. They had to. That was why they called it the Regency period because George IV took over and he was a lunatic.
Is Elizabeth Queen Mother right now, or is she full on Queen?
She's queen.
Who's that?
Is Queen Elizabeth
She's
the Queen
queen.
Mother right now, or is she
No, the Queen Mother died. She was her mother.
Okay, that was her mother.
She was like 102
What's
when she kicked
what's
off.
Queen Regent? There's so many different.
Queen Regnant. I
Regnant,
believe.
sorry, yeah.
But I guess that it's the king, like Henry VIII,
Right.
Anne of Cleves.
But she doesn't get the
Regnant.
queen
She's
title.
not the queen, but she's Queen Regnant.
So that's that's possibly
That's
what
what-
Camilla's going to become. Whenever
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
That's
it's either that or full queen. So
She
Right.
won't
No,
be
she's
full
not
queen.
the queen. 'cause
She won't.
She doesn't call
She'll
the shots.
never get full queen.
Right.
he
Queen
could
Regnant.
make her queen
He will
when he's
not,
king,
Nah.
No, it's not. It doesn't
he
work
can't
that
do
way.
that.
It does
no,
work that
no,
way.
because
No,
she's
no. When he dies, his son is king.
Exactly.
and he'll be king.
He'll be king. The
no,
son.
but
Prince will be no.
Right.
no, she'll
She's
be,
not in line. She's
I mean
not in
Charles.
succession.
Sorry, Charles will
Yeah,
be king.
right. But when
and
he
his
dies,
wife will be queen.
Right, regnant.
Regnant, yeah.
technically.
But
If
he
they
has
let
the
her, I don't
ability.
know.
He will be king. He can say
he can
that she's-
remove the regnant title from. He can remove the title of
Maybe,
of queen,
but even then-
queen consort is what it is. I'm honestly pretty sure. I don't think it's
No,
queen regnant.
No,
queen
I think
consort.
queen consort would be Philip. She's the queen. His
Oh,
consort.
right. So
not
he's king consort
right.
then.
Well, he's not
right.
king.
So that's what Camilla would be whenever Charles becomes king. She would be queen consort.
Regnant. Queen regnant, I believe.
What's the difference between consort and regnant then?
Well, I think you don't use consort for women. I
Oh,
thought
okay. So
consort
king
was
is
for men.
so, but it's the same thing, just
I
an
may be wrong
addition
about
to
that.
your title
What does it
because.
say?
A queen regnant is a female monarch, equivalent in rank to a king, who reigns in her own right as opposed to a queen consort, who is the wife of a
okay, so
reigning king.
Queen
Okay,
Elizabeth
well, regnant does mean that.
is-
Or a queen
Regis,
regent,
Yeah.
or is the guardian of a child monarch and reigns temporarily in the child's stead.
So Elizabeth I would have been queen regnant.
That makes sense. So, when did you ever watch that Game
Queen
of Thrones?
consort. You're right. Queen consort. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No.
So, whenever the king died in Game of Thrones, and her son was taken to the throne, what's her name? Cersei. She became the queen regent because she was basically, her son was becoming king, but she still had, wanted the power and the title of queen, and she wasn't. or didn't have a queen or a girl because he was a child.
Right.
I
Well,
don't
well, the question I want to ask you, Loire makes a good point. I agree with him. Monarchy is outdated. When she dies, I know a lot of people are saying, "Fuck it, get rid of the whole thing."
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I don't mind the tradition of it.
It doesn't bother me either way.
They spend a lot of money on. Now they say the tourism gets it back.
God
but
save the
I'm not
queen,
sure-
man.
The horses, the dogs, all this
Yeah,
bullshit.
for Queen and Country, Armand.
They love the queen over there.
Get
I
your
mean,
shit together,
Yeah, but the
mate.
Queen's, I'm saying when the queen's dead.
Okay,
She's a symbol
Okay.
of our country.
What? Yeah, but when she's dead, she's dead.
And then
Charles, you want Charles to be that guy?
God
fucking
save the
cares?
king. As soon as he becomes king, it's God save the king. I mean, it's about being loyal to your country and your royal family.
it's for Queen and Country.
rid of
You
it.
don't
I've
ever
never
You
remember
wouldn't
James
understand.
Bond saying
I know,
that.
I don't understand.
He's
This is
motivated by his duty.
1750. This
Okay?
is- what year is this?
2020.
So you guys want to keep this nonsense?
I don't care.
I don't
Listen,
care.
I don't live in there. I don't
Don't
live
be
over
like
there.
him. Yes or no?
Yeah, keep it because I think
All
it's
right,
cool.
what do
It's
you
something to
think?
look forward to, and it's something for
I'm
people to sit at
I'm
home
not a
and
citizen,
do. It's
so
like
I don't
the
care.
fucking
If
Macy's
it was
Day
America,
Parade.
though, I honestly would be fine with them staying. I mean, it's the tradition of our country. If we take away that, it's just one less thing that makes
It's
us
culture.
the same,
It is.
right.
It's a culture, and I could imagine the British people with a
Slavery
lot.
was a
well,
tradition of our country. We got rid of that.
right
That's a
now,
negative one.
UK is
Well,
being a
this is
big
a negative one, too.
smelting pot, right? Like, there's a lot of different.
No, melting pot.
Yeah, well, I like smelting because you know what? I like to deal with metal, not food. So, big melting pot, as Armand would call
England's
it.
not a melting.
I'm
We're
not
the
saying England.
melting.
I said Europe. There's a lot of different races like funneling in there and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I could see them wanting to maintain that culture because they may be losing some of it to another type of culture.
Well, they've lost their culture. There's no doubt about that. But I don't know. The royal family is. I don't think that's the fabric that keeps this.
No, but it's a piece of culture that they define themselves by a lot of the
It's just
time.
so outdated.
Let me ask you this.
Isn't it, it's medieval.
As
Come
a
on.
middle-aged American man, do you give two shits
elderly American
about British comings and goings of their royal family? Honestly,
First off, I'm 29,
Well, that's
and
what I'm saying. Then
not
why
really.
get
It's
rid
just
of it?
something
Then
to.
why not get rid of it?
It's
What's the purpose?
because it's a reality TV show.
it's not our country. We don't have a say.
Okay,
It's Britain's reality TV show. Let them have it. Just let them have it. If they're willing to pay the taxes on it and they're not uprising about it, let them have their reality TV show.
Yeah, what do you care, man? You're not from over there.
I'm not saying what I say.
It's their
goes.
culture. If someone come over here and told me no more fucking baseball, just because I don't watch or play baseball currently, doesn't mean I'm not going to be fucking against them taking baseball away from us.
Yeah, even if baseball's
It's
a
our
losing.
culture.
I don't
Armand.
think that's the analogy is correct.
Well,
this is
baseball may not.
I'm going to allow it.
Yeah, yep, there it is.
I'm going to allow it.
Yep, I agree.
I'm in charge, obviously.
That's not true either, but yeah.
Well, it's true, but
Well,
I'm going to allow
that's
it.
2-1, but I still say get rid of them, the whole bunch.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you,
Support those
Armand.
Idiots. Yeah.
Now, you guys ready to do a wrap-up show here in a few?
Oh yeah.
Got a couple
is that
voicemails.
it? No more? I was trying to think of some more.
Look, David says they get loads of national holidays thanks to the royal family. So fucking keep it. It's part of their
keep
culture,
the holidays,
man.
get rid of the family.
Well, then
We
what
got
would
Martin
the need
Luther
of the
King Day.
holidays?
He's dead, but we still celebrate,
That's
Well,
Monday.
we don't
isn't it?
celebrate his death.
It is Monday.
We honor his death.
Is it Monday?
Yeah.
We got
Yeah,
the office closed Monday, too.
Hey, day off. What's up?
I'll be here. Armand lives here, so he'll be here. So
Yeah.
anyway, what do you
I'll
else?
be
What do
here.
you got as far as any more controversy or weird shit with the Royals?
I don't know.
One-
I'll have to think of a few.
You could have been prepared before we got in.
You could have thought of a few.
We kind of got it.
I
We
wanna
kind of
know.
got most. Henry VIII is.
Hey, we got most of what you were going to say.
Edward the Seventh.
What do you
yeah.
do
Way to
on
go.
Wednesday mornings?
That's none of your business.
Well, I'm saying maybe you could join us in the bar for some research on Wednesday mornings.
I don't
Every
need-
Wednesday
on this,
morning.
I don't need
On
research.
every subject we do every Wednesday morning, you go to the bar
even
and
if you
do
don't
some
need the
research.
research,
No,
you
wait
can
a
give
minute.
us ideas for the show about way to flow.
Here's an interesting one. Queen Victoria. When Prince Albert died.
In the can.
Is he in the can?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She had an assistant. I think his name was John Brown, Scotsman.
Right.
Kilt, the whole deal.
Aye.
She was, now for about 3 or 4, they supposedly you only have 2 years to mourn. You're grieving and that's it. Get back on it. She's like going years and years. Always wearing black, always morose.
Mm-hmm.
This
Sure.
Johnny
Scotsman
Cash of the
brought her
Brits, yeah.
around. Yeah. And they think that she might have been banging around with this guy. And then when he died, she got another, an Indian guy. What was his name?
Nothing wrong with
Malik Hakim.
Yes.
Thinking maybe she was taken up with him
that.
too.
That sounds made up. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you just making these stories up?
No, not
Okay.
that one. Queen Victoria. So she had her
I'll Google
kicks
that
too.
later.
Yeah, really.
And then she passed away. William IV was after her.
So it'll be Charles that's king next. Do you think we'll see William as king before we die?
Charles is an old man himself.
Yeah, and wouldn't be surprised. He's got the ability to just give it to his son, right? He can just.
Yeah, they can have. Well, that's what they do. Edward VIII abdicated. Well, they kind of. Yeah.
I mean, he's so old. Do you think he would? How old is Prince Charles?
Like 60.
Well, let's see. She was 93. We said he's got to be 70. She's maybe 23, 20. Man, she might not even been that old.
He is 71 years old.
Fucking hell. So you
he
think
looks terrible too. His
well,
dad
okay,
looks better
so
than him.
let's say on the long end, he goes to 110. We've got another 40 years of him.
She may outlive him. I think she's going to live to be 100. Her mother was like 102. I mean, that family they've got longevity, man.
The Windsors?
Well, yeah, it's actually Saxe-Coburg Gotha, but yeah, they changed to Windsor during World War I because that's a German kind
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I knew that. Saxe-Coburg Gotha. Yeah.
Goethe. Yeah.
Man, I really broke it. I don't remember any of it. I smoked too much pot. But on the Princess Diana show, I really broke down like the whole fucking deal with, like,
What's your conclusion, that she was murdered?
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the royal succession, the royal family, like how everything worked. I studied it for like a fucking week straight.
Yeah. See, I don't get into these. I like British history, but not this bunch.
Did you watch that show, The Tudors?
No.
I heard good stuff about it.
I've heard it's good too. Now, whether it's actually, I'm sure it's fictionalized big time.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with that show Vikings. Have you watched that?
No, but
follows Ragnar Lothbrok.
Ragnar. Yeah.
Oh, David Watkins in chat. He says,
our resident Englishman. Yeah, what did he say?
I'd volunteer myself to dial in. That means phone in for you, for you Yanks.
what it is,
When you cover anything that is British in the future, me and Eric can speak in the Queen's English.
Well, he can speak in the Queen's English.
Why is
You
it
can
so
do a
hard
poor
to believe
imitation.
that? Here, let's ask him. David, how is my accent? Not bad, eh?
So Surreal Talk is a lineupmedia.fm production.
Is it?
Check us out at surrealtalkpodcast.com.
That's
Make sure
true.
to vote in the poll.
Team Eric.
What
What's
else?
our poll? Oh, that poll.
Yeah, the one you're not involved in because, well, you'd win. And it's basically the number 2 poll.
Who's selling the most merchandise? That's the poll.
We
that
know
counts.
it's you. We know it's you.
I'm only one back, for the record.
That's not true either.
All right,
could be.
I'll watch Game of Thrones. Okay.
You should,
Sorry.
but the last few seasons, I'm going to tell you, they're kind of lackluster.
Yeah, I thought it kind of went to hell the last.
It did the
couple
last
seasons.
couple seasons.
I'll watch the first season. See what.
Watch the first 4 or 5, and after that, they go down. 7 and 8 are kind of abortions.
Is it still on?
No, they finished it.
How
It's
many
over.
seasons were there?
8. Last season only had 6 episodes. I think the
Okay.
7th only had 7. So, no, it's really good. I think there's like 60-something episodes overall.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it was during was it 72 or 76 Olympics? I think it was 76 Olympics. They tested every athlete except one.
Thank you.
Who was it?
He was a member of the British royal family.
Princess Anne. She was on the equestrian.
I said she.
She was on the equestrian team.
Oh, yeah?
She's big time into horses, man.
Didn't she have like an aunt that looked like a horse? Didn't we say that? earlier?
Well, that was Anna Cleves. That was
Oh, yeah. So the aunt.
Henry
yeah.
VIII.
Also, by the way, before we wrap this up, David also says that, yeah, my accent's passable and better than his American. So
I don't mean much. We don't know what
Yeah,
your
right.
American
I never
is.
heard David's accent.
Just Google us up, Surreal Talk Podcast. Follow us on all the social media outlets. Check us out, patreon.com/Surreal Talk for this voluntary subscription.
YouTube,
You can probably
Facebook,
pass on
Twitter, at Surreal
What else we
Talk
got?
Show.
Oh, SurrealTalkPodcast.com/store if you want to check out merchandise and buy one of these beautiful Team Armand shirts that you can see right now on your TV screen.
Or Team Eric, or Team Everett, or Team Lars.
Unlikely.
Yeah, Lars.
We're going to take Lars off the store. We haven't heard from Lars in forever.
Hey,
so
guys.
you know.
Lars here.
I think he died.
Oh, no.
I think he was taken out by the Brits.
Well, I hope not.
The paparazzi.
They were over in Germany where he lives, and they took him out.
MI6 got him.
Yeah. James Bond killed Lars.
You can leave us a email at info@surrealtalkpodcast.com. You can drop us a voicemail at surrealtalkpodcast.com. Just go down right-hand side, widget, voicemail. And then we also have a Google phone number now. If you'd like to leave a voicemail like a caveman, you can do it on your regular dial phone at, if you're out of the country, so, this is a British episode, +1 314 329 0070.
Call now. Lines are open.
So next week
I heard everything you say.
Next week we do French royalty.
Is that what you want?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
I
think
want
so.
to do it French. I don't want to do Italian.
What do you want to do? Why don't you come up with a topic? What do you want
I
to do
told
next
you I'd
week?
like to do Wall Street, the crash.
Yeah,
but
that's just not
it's
gonna
kind
happen.
of personal.
That's just not gonna happen.
I mean, because everybody knows with me that's personal.
Yeah, it's not so much what we're trying to do. What's your number 2? If you were to do a different show other than Wall Street, what would you want to do? What's the most fucked up, fringe sciencey, supernatural?
How about this Russia stuff with Trump?
This is political.
That's political. We gotta avoid
pretty
political.
fucked
You
up.
guys will fight. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, damn right we will. Everybody
What's your
loves it.
third? What's your third touch? What's your topic?
I could do
And
global
wait,
warming.
not
every
global
week.
warming. So let's
Yeah,
make it your fourth.
What's your fourth?
Well, we've already done kind of pseudoscience, but I think we can explore
do another
that
science
more.
show?
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
There's
What kind?
plenty of horrible science out there.
Want to do just bad? We did bad. Did we do bad science?
Bad physics.
We did bad medicine, I think.
Bad medicine. We did medical fuckery.
Well, let's try to do some kind of weird science show next week. We did Weird Science 1, but that was a whole different thing. But we're talking bad science.
Chimeras?
No, man, those are real.
Well, like the sun's not made of, is not a plasma.
It's a fucking ball of burning bullshit.
Yeah, Sky Scholar. I love that guy. Robitaille.
Daniel Robitaille?
Neil.
Pierre.
That's what I said.
Pierre Robitaille.
Anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the wrap-up show. Give it a download. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Later.
Okay, the button.
Make love, not war.
This one?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
And we're clear.
No, we're still on the stream.
Yeah, no, we're clear.
We'll catch you guys here in about 10, 15 minutes. I got to do a little bit of actual quick work. It's not a touch screen. You have to use the mouse there.
I knew that.
So go ahead and hit stop stream. We'll see you guys
I
here
don't
in a
know
few.
where the mouse is.
Leave us some voicemails. Call us up real quick. You got the number, 314-329-0070.
I expect 6 voicemails saying Eric's accent is so perfect.
All right.